Hi, Janie. How's it going? It's Professor William Flynn here. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm not too bad. I have a few questions I'd like to ask you for the people who are listening and reading our chat.
All right. Let's
All
go for it.
right. Are you
I'm
ready for the
excited.
first question?
I'm ready.
It's a big one.
All right.
All right. So the first question is, Janie, what made you choose Carleton in the first place? Maybe you could tell us a little bit about your reasons for choosing Carleton.
So the reason I chose Carleton was the first reason was because I really loved the campus itself, and I just liked Ottawa, just the location. I'm from the GTA, so I kind of wanted to have a sense of that here, but also like a little bit more mellowed out and quiet. And also, there's not that many sociocultural undergraduate anthropology programs in Ontario, I guess. So that's another reason why I chose Carleton.
Right. And was it a big change going from Toronto to here in Carleton in Ottawa as well for you?
Um, yes and no. I find the whole city, like downtown aspect, you still can have that here, which is great. There's so many. One of my favorite things to do still in my fourth year is to explore Ottawa. That there's so many places I still haven't seen yet. So it's been really nice.
Right. And could you talk about some specific things about maybe the programs at Carleton that made you want to choose it, like say anthropology or Faculty of Arts and Social Science?
I think the things that drew me to the program specifically was the fact that a lot of the classes at Carleton are sociocultural, like that specific field of anthropology, and that's exactly the path that I kind of want to go in. So that's mainly that reason. And also, as I'm sure a lot of the students listening, once you do come to Carleton for this program, you will realize the faculty is amazing. They're all so great. So that's another plus to the being in this department.
And I was speaking to you in another context for another interview for a podcast, Janie.
Yeah.
And one of the things yourself and Felicity mentioned was that the sense of community that both of you have got as a result of the student association and also of the sort of environment and atmosphere at Carleton as well. Could you speak a little about that, please?
Yeah, something that just Carleton as a whole, I think, offers is just such an amazing sense of community. You don't need to look far to find someone to speak to about like any interests you have or any questions. There's always someone there to answer it. And I find throughout my 4 years, I've built such an amazing like network of people around me that I always feel that there's someone in my corner no matter what. And it's a really good feeling.
Right. And just to let people out there know as well, myself and Janie have been working together in different capacities with the Student Association, as well as a lot with undergraduate students, organising events and so forth. So myself and Janie have worked together for, I think, about the last 2 years, Janie. So we know each other fairly well as well, right?
Yeah. Bailey's great, everyone.
Oh, thanks.
Just
Go
a
on.
plug.
She's not being paid to say that, folks, okay? A plus in your next course. All right. So, you're a fourth year student. You're coming to the end of your degree now. Is there any sort of, is there any particular moments that stand out to you from your degree? Kind of moments of particular pride, whether it's academic or community or anything else like that?
I think right now, like in this moment, probably like I feel like the most proud, like I am able to like speak to other students coming into Carleton, being able to share my experiences and just all the work that I've done up to this point. Being a part of being co-president of a student association to me is like absolutely like I never, if you told me that in first year, I wouldn't have believed you. So like all the work that I've done up to this point, yeah, I feel like I'm the most proud of myself and just where I'm at in this moment right now. So.
Yeah, because you've done a huge amount of work for the student association, right? You're now co-president. You've been actively involved in that, and I imagine those kind of organizations and associations are things that other students might get involved with as well, right? And integrate themselves into the department more. Do you think? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think something one of my biggest pieces of advice that I could give to students coming into Carleton in their first year, even in second or third year, is just it is a bit daunting and maybe like a little scary, but getting involved will probably be one of the most rewarding experiences that you will have.
And just to let people know, even though we've already done an interview at 1 o'clock today for the podcast, both of us are going to be involved in another social event at 6:30, which is, maybe you could just tell us quickly about that, Jayani, just so that people know the kind of stuff that's going on in our department.
Yeah, so tonight we are having our 3rd annual Meet the Department event. This is an event for all students of any year to come out and talk to professors and graduate students to get to know the faculty. You know, it's a great networking opportunity, and all that information you could find on our Instagram at sasa.cu. So yeah, and then you're also speaking with Emma next, who is also part of SASA, so you'll get to hear from her too.
Fantastic. I know this is kind of not a trick question, but what has your favorite course been so far and why?
Ooh, that's hard to say.
Or maybe two or three?
I am an anthropology student, but I also have 2 minors in American Sign Language and African Studies. So I have a pretty diverse background, I guess. But I will say, as weird as this may be, a lot of my theory courses, like foundational courses and those types of courses, have kind of been my favorite because it really gives you a sense of what like your reach and like really where you can expand like your research interests and all that stuff. Right.
And you know, if you were to think back, say, over the last 3 or 4 years in your experiences and your time at Carleton, what kind of skills stand out, or what kind of skills do you think you've really learned, you know, as a result of doing a degree in anthropology at Carleton as well?
I think I could say like university has taught me so much, and now as a 4th year student, I've learned a really great deal of things. I will say like not only has it improved skills that I already have had, but it has like given me a whole opportunity to learn new things that I never even thought I would. Like public speaking, for example, was something that I just never wanted to do, but like here I am.
Here you are.
Like all these people. So it's a very rewarding experience, like doing all these things. And like, yeah, not just encouraged, but I wish everyone listening the best of luck in their endeavors in university.
That's a nice thought. And I think the point you mentioned about public speaking, it's one of those kind of skills that you learn throughout the way that's so crucial and important, right? To be able to put yourself out there, to be able to, you know, make yourself known amongst a crowded room, so to speak, right?
Exactly, yeah. So it's I don't know the right words how to say this, but making yourself known as like maybe it can be very like nerve-wracking, I guess, but it's not like the amount of connections that I've made just by joining SASA, like it will only benefit you at the end of the day. It can only go up, I find. That's what I think.
Right, absolutely. And this is my final question for you, Jayani. And I know things are all sort of weird these days with COVID-19 and lockdown and everything, so it's a kind of a tough question to ask anybody. But looking to the future, you know, you're in 4th year, you're going to graduate soon. What directions do you hope to take with your degree from Carleton, with your anthropology degree? Any ideas of next steps, however tentative?
You know, coming into university, I never thought that I would do more than just an undergrad, but at this point, I'm very much looking forward to continuing with the master's. And like, I think the cool thing is that the professors and faculty at Carleton have really like helped me so much in narrowing down my interests. And like, I look forward to having more conversations tonight and later on about what I can potentially do to like improve or like what steps I should be taking next. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Right. Well, Jayani, I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, even though I'll be seeing you again at another event at 6:30 tonight.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks very much for answering these questions, and hope, you know, really giving people an idea of what your experience has been like as a student, right? And you know, the the overall package of Carleton, so to speak. So I want to thank you very much, Jayani. I'm going to leave the questions at that now. So I just want to thank you, and I'll see you again pretty shortly, I'd say, yeah?
Yes, really. I'll see you soon.
All right, Jayani, have a good one.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.